Great. All right. Good evening and welcome to tonight's regular board meeting, Monday, February 9, 2026. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and we have met official notifications and are compliant. Roll call, please.
Sarah Schubert McComb.
Here.
Kelly Moen.
Here.
Nick Olson.
Here.
Heather Gamon.
Here.
Laura Gapsky.
Here.
Nick Schumacher here. President Steve Olson.
Here. This time, will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
See right over.
This is a meeting of the Board of Education held in public for the purpose of conducting the school district's business and is not to be considered a public community meeting. There's a time for comments by members of the public during the meeting as indicated on the agenda. Members of the public wishing to address the board on any of the topics included on tonight's agenda may do so by signing up on the public comment sign-up sheet by the entrance prior to the start of the meeting. The board requests refraining from making any comments involving personally identifiable information about students, staff, or administration. Comments should be respectful, focused on the items being considered by the board, and will be restricted to 3 minutes in length. I don't see that we have any comments by members of our public.
No.
Next is disposition of minutes from January 12, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion and second to accept the minutes from January 12, 2026. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. In our superintendent's report last week, we had at the committee of the whole, Principal Danielle Parrish provided a Northern Lights Elementary School update. She had a little slideshow for us, talked about their snow club winter celebration, their kindness retreat, the school pride, and then kind of the highlight was when the kids were here to talk about the Spanish club. So that was pretty cool. No Brendan tonight.
No, he might be running late, but
If he comes, we'll
Yep.
let him do his thing. All right. New is the official notice of the Superior Days field trip. Yeah, why don't you just pull it up? We did approve this last week and we did not go through the.
actually, this is what you guys, I don't have this as an action item because I sent you guys an email ahead of time. We got a very late notice that someone was willing to pay for them. So this is just kind of formality, like going through, making sure it's officially on our.
Douglas County there were two, Douglas County Extension, and I can't remember who the group was, but two groups stepped up to pay for our students' way.
Yeah. And they've gone historically every year, at least since I've been here. So, and David is heading down there tomorrow to be with them as well.
The great thing about not missing a year is you see the mentorship. So the next year, then those seniors are the ones, going alongside the younger ones. And I saw that when I was down there last year, and we were really proud of our kids. So thank you so much for those sponsorships.
Yep.
All right, we have two action items this evening. First is our consideration of overnight field trip requested by Amy Eichers, SSHS Orchestra, to attend Festival Disney on the Imagination Campus in Orlando.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion in a second. I see Amy's here. Amy, anything to offer extra than what you?
Well, we did this trip 2 years ago, and I had 34 kids. It was just a really great experience. We had Stephen Benham from Duquesne University was our clinician that came up and clinicked the kids after they performed, and I learned a lot from him. The kids learned a lot from him. It was just really great. And then just being down there doing the Disney World thing, and they went to the beach. For a lot of these kids, they've never been on a plane before, never seen the ocean. So it was just a really, really fun experience for them, and a good learning and education as well.
What is the date for the same?
It is spring break of next year.
Next year, okay.
So the kids will miss 2 days of school, Thursday, Friday, because the festival starts on Friday.
Okay.
So,
See
And
it.
that full itinerary did get posted then, so
Yes,
we
yeah.
were able to.
Yep.
To see all of it. Is there any,
Sarah had asked some.
Oh, there wasn't a cost on there. Did I see something?
Here is, I think it's 1850 total per student.
Oh, there
Right
it is.
here.
Okay.
yeah, the first information that we saw, we didn't have all of it,
I was wondering. I felt like there was a
Yeah,
page
it was
missing.
Yeah.
corrected by the
and then
time.
it was correct.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you.
They'll be doing fundraisers and
Yeah,
other
they have
opportunities to raise funds for the trip. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Second action item, consideration of
Thank
an
you.
overnight field trip requested by Kim Smith, Spanish teacher, for students in grades 9-12 to attend a trip to Costa Rica, March 2027. Hi, Kim.
Motion to approve.
Hola.
Oh, second.
Hola. There's a motion and a second. And now, fill us in a little bit more if you would.
Sure. Well, as this Kyle and I were just talking, the best way to learn about another culture, like I can tell them a lot of things, but the best way to learn it is being in the culture. So, yeah, so I have taken kids to Mexico, Spain, and then I've been to Costa Rica 3 times with students. In the past, I've traveled with a company that did a family stay, and this time I chose to go with a company that does not do a family stay. But still, this one will actually, we'll see a couple more things than in past trips.
And then depending on the number of kids, I see that'll determine on how many chaperones you'll be taking with you.
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
What students are eligible for this? How many years of Spanish do they need?
I would take anybody from first.
Just
when
might
it's a-
have somebody in mind.
Yeah, yeah. When we did the family stay, I really encouraged kids to be at least in their second level because they're staying with families that only speak Spanish. There was no guarantee that they would have any English in their homes. With no family stay, I'm open to any, and not that they even necessarily have to be in Spanish classes anymore. If they were interested in traveling with us, I'm open to taking them 9 through 12.
Asking for a mom of a kid in his third
Year.
Hispanics. Is he gonna do better? Is he gonna care more? Like, tell him I'm going to Costa Rica. Oh my God.
Yes, definitely yes. Promise mom will get an A.
I mean, like, do you notice, like kids get more excited though in class or more engagement when there's opportunities like this? I mean,
Sure.
really, what is the incentive for, the kids besides traveling or?
Well, I mean, a lot of it is travel,
Mhm.
but when they come back and they realize how much they were able to, like, well, I did understand those things.
Mhm.
I was able to ask for what I needed. Like, I could do it. I
Mhm.
understood what was happening around me. I could read the signs. Yeah.
I just think right now there's a ton of discussion about Spanish as a second language, given the performance that was in Spanish on Sunday, and there's just a ton of discussion about that. And even my own son, who's in Spanish, it was like, well, why would I watch that? I don't speak Spanish. And so that just kind of thinking, I think it's a great opportunity for people to go to another country and see the benefits of speaking another language as an asset. So thank you for your work and providing this opportunity.
Having those cultural experiences too. I mean, there's some of these students that might be going, and this may be the only time they get to experience something like this in their life, so.
Yeah, having to get a passport.
Yep.
Seeing how people live in another country, I mean, both good and bad. I mean, we're gonna be on buses driving past homes that are very, very rustic, and we're gonna be driving past homes that are very beautiful, and Just, yeah, the whole culture, the food, seeing other places. Yeah.
Any other questions?
How are you gonna be spreading the word or promoting it?
So I'll start talking, if it's approved, I would start talking to kids about it Wednesday, put it in the announcements. We'll do a parent meeting. Get Leanne and Dash putting it into all the places that she publishes our information.
Yeah, because some of those kids coming from the middle school into ninth grade would be good. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Anything else? All those in favor of approving this trip signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Amy and Kip, thank you so much.
Yeah.
This just goes to show so much about our school district, the extra opportunities that our kids get to have because of you wanting to take trips like this, and our kids in this community, they're very, very special things that they get to do, and it's because of people like you, so thank you.
That's a good point, Steve. You homeschool or charter school, I mean, you can go on those trips, but we really provide alternative methods.
And you don't have to stay for the rest of the day.
We said we should have driven together. We actually live very close to each other.
Oh, cute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that concludes the superintendent's report. Moving to our board committee reports, budget insurance committee. Our informational items, presentation by Brock Guyan of our 2024-25 audit, financial statements, and he gave us some insight as to what was going on. Our books are good. In large part, David's not here, but definitely large part due to David and the work he does, and especially all the other directors here in this building. Second Friday count. I think what was impressive about that is that we only lost 2 students. We usually take a bigger hit at semester time, but that's pretty impressive. So our third Friday count was pretty solid compared to our third Friday count in September. Then we had our report on our Fund 10 revenue and expenditure reports by David, and as he reported there, we're at where he expected us to be at this time of year. So things are looking good so far. Action items, gifts, grants, and bequests. Administration recommends approval to accept gifts, grants, and bequests received in January of 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion in a second. Little Sir Echo. How do you do? And motion a second to accept the gifts, grants, and bequests. Is there any further discussion?
Thank you.
Thank you. Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to accept the budget insurance committee's report.
Second.
Motion and second to accept the budget insurance committee report. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Operations committee informational items. Committee of the whole meeting on February 2nd, Pat Gillen, Director of Transportation, provided an update of not only his department, but the routes and all the things that are going on and possible need for buses and the costs. So that was very, very informative.
Motion to accept the operations committee report.
Second.
Motion second to accept the operations committee report. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Personnel Negotiations Committee, action items. Administration recommends approval of the February 2026 new hirees and separations report.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion second to accept the February 2026 new hirees and separations report. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Due to the variance in contract cycles, administration recommends renewal of the following administrative contracts that expire on June 30th, 2026. This list does not reflect other administrator contracts that expire in future years.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to accept the administration's renewal of administrative contracts. You can see the 5 that are up there for this year. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. One new action item, administration recommends releasing Jennifer Carlson, ELA teacher from SHS from her 25-26 school year contract per her request effective February 6, 2026 with the liquidated damages provision waived.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to accept the releasing of Jen Carlson from her contract. Is there any further discussion?
What does this look like for taking over classes?
You guys are meeting to discuss coverage tomorrow? We met today.
That solidified this week.
Thank you.
Is the plan for that to start on Wednesday with that person if possible?
Yes.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion to accept the Personnel and Negotiations Committee report.
Second.
Motion second to accept Personnel Negotiations Committee report. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Teaching and Learning Committee informational items. Crystal Hinsman, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, spoke to us about the staff development days, one that was today and another one that is tomorrow. Jennifer Willoughby, Director of Early Childhood and Family Education, gave us an extensive summer school update. And Kate Tesh, Director of Continuous Improvement and Assessment, provided us with AGR mid-year update.
Motion to accept the Teaching and Learning Committee report.
Second.
Motion is second to accept the Teaching and Learning Committee report. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Policies and rules, action items, administration proposed approval of changes to the following policies based on the YOLA recommendations. The second reading of policy 1461, administrators, unrequested leave of absence, fitness, or duty.
Motion to approve.
Ooh, who'd she pick?
Second, motion in a second to accept policy 1461, unrequested leave of absence and fitness for duty. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Second reading of policy 3161 for the professional staff, unrequested leave of absence, fitness for duty.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and second to approve policy 3161 for the professional staff. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Second reading of policy 4161, support staff, unrequested leave of absence, fitness for duty.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for policy 4161 for support staff. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Second reading of replacement policy 5310.01, emergency nursing services plan.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second to accept policy 5310.01, emergency nursing services plan. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Second reading of policy 7450, property inventory.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second to accept policy 7450, property inventory. Changes to this policy reflect better government accounting standards, board GASB and Education Department General Administrative Regulation, EDGAR, requirements, and also removes the reference to capital assets since those matters are contemplated in policy 7455, accounting system for capital assets. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Second reading of policy 7455, accounting system for capital assets.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to accept policy 7455, accounting system for capital assets. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. This policy, second reading of policy 8500, food service.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second to accept policy 8500, food service. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Motion to accept the policies and rules committee report.
Second.
Motion and second to accept the policies and rules committee report. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Number 5, other reports by members of the board. Anything to report from anybody?
It is Black History Month, so I just asked, what, if there's things going on like we have in the past to celebrate Black History. It is the 100th year anniversary of that.
Jen Willoughby helps to communicate that out to staff. She always provides a nice newsletter that provides resources for teachers that they can incorporate different activities and lessons into their curriculum. So she's done a great job communicating out to staff each year about all of our different topics. But
Thank you.
And a reminder that you received the superintendent evaluation form that's available tonight through next Monday. So please take care of your duties there of filling out that report, and we will have further discussion on that on March 16th. We also will be receiving a school board self-evaluation, which will be coming out later, and we'll put dates exactly around that, have that completed. Are there any other district or program highlights?
just a couple things. Our 3rd episode of our podcast has dropped, so I'm hopefully you're keeping up with all of them, Nick, right?
I did. On last Friday. The other two.
I don't know. We just really think it's another way that we can get information out to people and just another avenue of communication. So pretty positive feedback there. We also are working through the open enrollment window. David, Casey, and I are working closely with marketing strategies, how we communicate out. One of our goals is try to attract resident students that might be going to other options. How do we get them to come back? So we're looking through all of that work to try to address that issue.
Are you able to send letters, Amy, to
That's one of the things. We're offering tours. We're offering one-on-one meetings with myself or the principals, trying just to highlight all the opportunities that we have for kids. All the things we've talked about tonight, all the different clubs, activities, AP classes, sport and manufacturing, just really trying to highlight all of those different opportunities that kids have by coming to Superior. So
do we do those same things for people that have decided to homeschool?
We have a limited database. We have some, but not maybe all. And so Casey kind of helps us understand where folks are going to, so we can kind of try to reach out to them. Sarah Bianchett, who oversees our online program at the high school, also is reaching out to 8th graders who are currently doing online education and trying to at least get the word out that we have our own online program. If they're interested in going to Superior High School next year, then they can tap into some of our offerings too, whether that's sports or things like that too. So she does a nice job about personally reaching out, making phone calls.
David, are you able, I know a lot of podcasts you can track if we're getting some traffic on there or listening and stuff?
We do get data. We've got about 300 listens so far.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And you can sort of track where they're over the country. We've had in California and Iowa and Ohio.
And all across the nation.
Yeah,
Which one's the most popular?
Wisconsin. Oh, which episode?
Popular.
I was like.
Ryan's. I know.
Oh, it doesn't have a fair.
Ryan's.
Ryan's
But that also might be, people are
First one.
sequential, so they're, so, yeah.
California is probably my sister.
I know, I was like, I was probably my aunt.
Yeah, probably. That makes more sense.
Oh, they're really good.
They are.
Well done.
All right, anything else from anybody? Finally, consideration of bills and pre-approved bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
Second. Motion and a second to pay our bills. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Accept the motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Good night.